Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's episode we are going to be talking about Bitcoin quickly approaching unicorn territory. What the hell is unicorn territory? Well, if you want to find out, stay tuned. What's up guys, Randall here. Before we get into Bitcoin and unicorn territory, hit the subscribe button, the like button, the notification bell, all that fun stuff. Now, what on earth is unicorn territory? Because every time I think of a unicorn, I think of the Squatty Potty and that awesome commercial.
This is where your ice cream comes from.
So, what is the Bitcoin unicorn territory? Well, it's actually much nicer than the Squatty Potty. You see, there is this line in Bitcoin's history that Bitcoin has only ever briefly surpassed. Okay, maybe if we don't do it logarithmic, it might be easier to see. You see, it surpassed it right here, but it came back down. And then it was resistance. And then it passed it here, and then resistance again. And it briefly passed it there, and now it's resistance here. And actually, if we look at the whole history of Bitcoin, we'll do this logarithmic because it's easier to see the whole history of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has only briefly been above that line. Now, I like to call that the unicorn line. Some people might call that $10,000. Okay? Now, if we take a look exactly how much time Bitcoin has actually spent in unicorn territory, well, this isn't exactly because this is taking a look at Bitcoin profitable days at looking at Bitcoin, but Bitcoin has only been higher than today's price, which is $9,500. It's been lower than it 93.8% of the time. That means it's been higher than it 6 point something percent of the time, 6.2% of the time. So about a 20th of Bitcoin's entire history. So Bitcoin's over 10 years old. Okay, about 20th of its history, it has been below $10,000. And as you can see here in this graph, when we zoom in, every time Bitcoin breaks above it, it's come back down. And then there's been resistance. And then it broke through, and again, resistance. And it didn't really break through there. And resistance. So this is indeed quite a critical line for Bitcoin, the $10,000 line, the unicorn line, as I like to call it. Now, what I say does this mean for the future of Bitcoin? Well, first off, I think we have a lot of things working in our favor this time to break through this $10,000 unicorn line and actually stay above it. Now, what are these things you ask? Well, first off, we are breaking out of multi-year resistance. So you can see this trend here by the dotted white lines. We're breaking outside of it to the upside. But also, if we zoom in a little bit again, we can see that if we look at the volume profile, there was a better picture of it right there. Here we go. Okay, the volume profile, it really starts, once we break this level right around $9,700, it really starts to go downhill quite fast. So that could also help Bitcoin price really quickly shoot into the 5-digit numbers. But furthermore, okay, we have the cost of producing a Bitcoin. So this is an article by TradeBlock where they talk about the price of creating a Bitcoin. Now, granted, their prices may be a little bit higher than other places. You know, they said $7,300 before halving, $15,000 after halving. Well, maybe, perhaps, they're right. So we have many factors that's helping to propel Bitcoin price up. And what more does this mean? Because this Bitcoin unicorn line, $10,000 line, really, Bitcoin kind of broke through there back in 2017, and then it's just been toying around with the idea of $10,000. Hasn't really gotten into the 5 digits yet. Bitcoin's just been like a 4-digit currency, just like 8,000 or 6,000 or 3,000 or one, I don't know, whatever. But it hasn't been a 5-digit currency. But if we take a look, because history is such a great teacher, if we take a look, the first time it became a 4-digit number was back in 2013 when it broke through up here. Okay, $1,100. But then, it didn't like that. So it kind of sat for a while until we came into 2017 and Bitcoin price started breaking through again, January 2017. As a matter of fact, for many people, for many viewers, they have only known Bitcoin to be a currency above $1,000 per Bitcoin. Well, it could just happen because we are at that critical part post-halving. It could just happen where from now on, Bitcoin could be a $10,000 plus asset. You know, people may get it and they'll be like, damn, I wish I bought Bitcoin when it was $10,000 because now it's $75,000 or whatever it may be. So I think this unicorn line is the critical line for Bitcoin. If it can break above $10,000 and stay above $10,000, then there shall be some good things coming for Bitcoin in the future. And I'm not alone in believing that. So, guys, if you did enjoy the episode where I talked about Bitcoin unicorn territory, why this line is so gosh darn important and why unicorns are so gosh darn cute, then, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. And I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.